That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away. Good morning, Vietnam!
I just can't seem to find my way, and it seems like I just make the same mistakes, and so I wanna deal with all this pain. I'm so tired, 'cause I try to run away, feel like a castaway, but along the way find your love surrounding me. But I can't run away, I know I can't escape, nothing can separate because you're running after me. I try to run away, yeah, but I can't run away. You tell me I can be redeemed. Can it be that you can save someone like me? I've been so low, I don't wanna think about those times. I wanna let you go, I wanna let you change my life. I don't know why I tried. I try to run away, feel like a castaway, but along the way find your love surrounding me. But I can't run away, I know I can't escape, nothing can separate because you're running after me. I try to run away, oh yeah, but I can't run away. I lost my way, you stayed the same. I carry shame, but you carry grace. I try to run away, feel like a castaway, but along the way find your love surrounding me. But I can't run away, I know I can't escape, nothing can separate because you're running after me. I try to run away.
You're now tuned into the most censored morning show in the realm, Rise and Grind. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Rise and Grind morning show. Today is Friday, October 14th, 6:03 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. And we've got so much planned for today. So thank you for tuning in. Are you excited for the weekend as much as I am? I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. We finally made it to Friday, and it's going to be a great day. We got lots of truth. We got some news headlines to go through, and some good, really good music. We always have the best music here on this team because we constantly search the realm to bring you music that you're not going to hear on the radio, but yet it should be, because it's always, in my opinion, some of the new best breaking content in the realm. So come on, pull up your chair. We got some stuff to talk about today. Let's start the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. This first meme says, butterflies can't see their wings. They can't see how beautiful they are, but everyone else can. And yes, people are like that. It's true. Good morning. I hope everybody had a good week. Even if it was tough, that still means it was good. This next one is very important. It says healing. Whenever your life is feeling stagnant, or as if nothing is happening, that means you're actually being given the time and space to heal and release the baggage that you can't carry to where you're meant to go soon. Healing may not be so much about getting better as it is actually about letting go of everything that isn't you. Wow. This one's deep. This one's really deep. When you actually take a closer look at healing, sometimes it's not about I all of a sudden I feel better or I'm smiling, or, you know, when it's coming to the spiritual sense of healing, sometimes it's just letting go, you know, and moving forward and one foot in front of the other, doing the best that you can. It's not always about smiles and laughs. Sometimes it's just about simply letting go. When you're finally ready to heal and create the biggest positive shift of your life, you'll begin to see everyone as your teacher, especially those who trigger you. This one's not easy. This one's very hard. Anytime you get triggered, your soul is actually talking to you. It's trying to help you understand something on a greater level. And we often tend to lash back out, or we do things that we hurt other people because we feel hurt, only because there's something unresolved inside of our souls that need to be, you know, healed. And that's why understanding that everything in life is a teacher and a teaching moment. And then once we understand these things, we move forward better, lighter. We feel more energy. We feel more love. We can turn these trigger moments into greatness if we actually open up our eyes, our soul's eyes too, not just our own eyes. Thank you for tuning in. You know, doing one of these a week is still good, but I'd like to do more. And we're going to see how this winter schedule works out. We're going to be closing up our job in a month or so. And then maybe I'll be able to do more Rise and Grind shows. I hope so. But this one says, instead of chasing, why not attract? Believe in this simple fact, quote, whatever's meant for you really will come to you, end quote. And manifest good things. Good people and good days are coming to you. Focus on the law of doing and let the law of attraction work for you. Try it. This one's super deep. It says empath. Are you an empath on the other side of the screen? Do you see dreams? Empaths are energetic healers, which bring comfort and peace to those around them merely by sharing their presence with them. They are empathetic listeners and patient givers, willing to share a moment, an act of kindness, or a bit of their own story to help others feel less alone and more understood. They actually are the foundation of love and, sadly, heart of pain because of their willingness to walk into the flames for others. Empaths are rare, precious gems, deserving to be nurtured and treasured. They are the candles within the darkness and the blessings unto the world. It's true. Are you an empath? Do you know an empath? Go and hug an empath today and tell them how thankful you are that they love so unapologetically. Are you an empath? This one says, work on things people can't take away from you. Things like your mindset, your character, your personality, being transparent, your entire being. These are the things that we need to work on, okay? This is very important. The only things that are important are the things that no one can take away from you. Everything else is secondary. This one says, what if I told you that every single social media trend and challenge is an actual psychological operation to see how dumbed down society really is? Would you believe me if I told you that? I hope you believe me. This one says, the problem is not that people are uneducated. The problem is that they are educated just enough to believe what they've been taught, and not educated enough to question what they've been taught. Do you question everything? Are you working on the things that you were told that were once you thought true? You need to. We'll do one more and we'll get into our next awesome song break. This one says, intelligent disobedience. If a guide dog recognizes a command is unsafe, it will refuse to do the command and it will disobey. This is what trainers call, quote, intelligent disobedience, end quote. Now if we could only teach humans this skill. Are you intelligently disobeying? I really hope so. I really, really hope so. It's very important. So that first song was Runaway by Xander and Trillick. And the next one is going to be called Tongue-Tied. I got tongue-tied trying to read the name of the intro of this song. I'm going to see you guys after this. We'll do some news. This next one is called Tongue-Tied by Friday Night Firefight. And it's a good song, so turn it up.
wound up over you. I've caught up in the riptide, underneath the landslide. I'll dig my own grave.
what a good new song. That's Friday Night Firefight. That is not the 1975. They're actually better than the 1975. Good morning. Today is Friday, October 14th. Let's raise up the energy on the podcast this morning and get everybody going. It's Friday. Yes, you heard that right. Let me turn this background music down for a second. We've got to start off with a little bit of World War III information. Have you seen this? People singing Ukrainian songs as they hide in the underpass of the metro station in Kyiv on the morning of October 10th during the hardest missile attack the city has seen in months. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is World War III right here, everybody. Oh, bless their hearts. Please save us, Mr. Zelensky. We sing for you. Excuse me, I hiccuped. This is World War III, everybody. Good morning. I guess World War IIIs are now people singing in metro subway stations. Yeah, you heard it true. You heard it here. It's true. That is World War III. Good morning. Do you have freshly ground coffee in your life? If you don't, just turn my podcast off, please, and don't ever come back. Let's go on to some cartoons now. Have you seen how The Simpsons pretty much predicted everything that's ever happened? That's true. Here, let's check this out. This one here, they're actually predicting the end of the Swiss bank and how they're running out of money. Check it out. Let's do some cartoons this morning. Here you go.
What do you mean the bank is out of money? Insolvent? You only have enough cash for the next 3 customers?
Hey, wait a minute, just a second here. No, I don't have your money here. It's in Bill's house and Fred's house.
Hey, what the hell you doing with my money in your house, Fred?
So again, the Simpsons are not only predicting it, what they're showing you here is what they actually want to cause with this propaganda, is fighting and divisions. That's all they ever want. Division. That's all the New World Order has ever been able to do. Azazel and his bitch-ass crew, all they do is create division. And yes, anything that's true that contradicts them, this page doesn't exist anymore. Try searching for something else, it says. Okay. Have you seen the Mississippi River drying up? There is something going on, I'll tell you guys. There is something going on with the water right now. I don't know if you're watching. I'm watching. We're just documenting now that it looks like the Mississippi River is running dry. So people are going to be starting to run out of water soon, unless you have a well. Yeah, we're giving you the news here first. It is now 6:17 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. And did you know that Israel, it says here, they're extracting sperm from dead soldiers and using it to create children? What is going on? Yes. Marty, tell them this must be disinformation. I don't know what to tell you, but the producer's trying to tell me this can't be true. Are they really taking sperm from dead soldiers? Is the sperm not dead too? I know you can't transfuse blood from a dead person, but that's what this article is saying off the Neoscope. Moving on, people, you go ahead and believe what you want to believe. This says instead of tackling acute economic and energy crisis that they're creating because they can't boil enough water in Europe anymore, it says here, with all its might, the EU Commission would rather regulate breast milk, sperm, eggs, and blood. That's the news this morning. This one says, Russian Defense Ministry posted a footage of a ship firing missiles at Ukraine. Said it hit all its assigned targets. Let's have a closer look at this here. War is fake, by the way. This is a joke. Fire! Look at this. Where do you think this so-called rocket is going? How far do you think this is going to fly? How long do you think this video clip is going to last? That's it. Come on. You only show us a couple of seconds. It's not even out of the frame of the camera. You didn't even have to pan. These things are not flying through the sky and coming and landing on people's houses hundreds of miles away. It's retarded. They don't even have wings. There's no way to guide or steal these so-called missiles. War is an absolute joke. It's a theater. It's a hoax. If you haven't heard that before, now you have. This one, New Zealand, supposedly are having some pushback by the farmers as they try to attempt to tax cow burps too now. It's not just their flatulations, it's now their burping is a condemnation to the environment. How retarded are people? How could they even have this as a headline in the news? How are we reading this right now? I don't know. I can't tell you the answer to that, but I'm reading it. Let's keep going. This one says, as missiles hit targets across the Ukraine, Mr. Zelensky releases this video to prove that he's right in the heart of the city. He's not even there. He's three-dimensionally CG modeled in. If you didn't see our last podcast over on the Awake Souls channel, we showed that people are pointing out that you can see green screen artifacts in the footage. Yeah, nothing's real. The shadows don't look right. Nothing. This probably isn't even him. It's probably a fake version of who he is, just being done in a computer screen. They fake a lot of stuff nowadays with CGI. But I'll leave that up to you for your understanding and belief. This one says Kanye West in his actual satanic recent concert. He's heavily in the media right now, and go figure, he just did a satanic concert. Look, if anyone thinks Kanye's so-called Christian because he calls himself Jesus, something is absolutely wrong with you. This guy absolutely serves as Azel. That's how he got where he is. Look, what do you think they're doing here? This is a concert that people went to hear music at. I think they're here for satanic stuff, not music. Yeah, they're talking about Mecca, this nonsense circling around stuff and the cubes and all this other nonsense. This is his concert. Is that Kanye? I don't know. It's pretty sick. So, I'll leave it up to you. Is this satanic? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. This next one says, Russian army will be annihilated, it says, if Putin nukes Ukraine. Well, hey, I got news for you, Mr. Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell. Nukes are an absolute hoax. And if you'd like to debate me on any of these topics, I'd be more than willing to meet you on a public square and have a debate, and we'll bring our evidence to the table. If you think you're going to destroy Russia over nukes, I'm going to destroy you because nukes don't exist. COVID stormtroopers throwing away close contacts property who are being locked up in quarantine without their consent. Look at this. I don't know what's going on. This is just retarded propaganda. This is 2022. Hey, good morning. They're throwing stuff out of windows now because no one will come and change it. They're just throwing it. I guess they don't need this stuff. What a retarded psyop, ladies and gentlemen. This is so retarded. We live in such a clown world. Oh, what a clown world. Clown world. Is there anything in the comment section? Cheap theater, it says. Don't believe the hype. I'll give this a heart live. Good comment. Yeah, it's true. If you're tuning in, yep. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, China is the stage right now, okay? China is the world stage where what they're doing is they want to have big change throughout the realm, so they run propaganda psyops in China because it's heavily controlled. China's not on our internet. They don't see what we do, and we don't see what they do, so they create the disinformation and the propaganda in China, right? This is where the tiny hats own, okay? The biggest port in Israel is Chinese. It's run and operated by all Chinese people. Wake up, China is their factories. Okay, so they run the psyops there, they film them, and then they change everywhere else in the realm due to the nonsense propaganda that's coming out of China. Okay, this is what's going on. And they started it 2.5 years ago. Well, they probably started it a long time ago, but that's when they really started doing it. So this one says, breaking. Oh, here we go with Freemasonic kangaroo court. Donald Trump has been subpoenaed. Apparently, the January 6th committee announced that they're going to subpoena the Trumpster. The Antichrist himself could be. I don't think so because he's a coward. I don't think the Antichrist is going to be a coward. But we'll see. Do you guys use chains? Now, I do. When the producer sent this, I was like, oh, this is an interesting clip. I'm going to show this. This thing looks like a great tool for anyone that has chains that wants to link them together. It looks pretty simple to use. You just put one side on the other on the other, and then snap and boom. Look at that. You have a new chain link. Now this is a key chuck. This goes in here, and that is actually what's going to hold it locked. Isn't that incredible? Tool and die. It's a great invention. If people were only spending their time and their money on making things that actually would help us, instead of coming up with fake illnesses, we'd be in a lot better off position than we are today. We'll do a couple more. We're going to get into some more music. It's all great music. It's one of the most important things. I come out here mostly to share the music. All this other stuff I'm just doing because we want to document it. And we want people to know what we know and see what we see so that we can be on a collective agreement as to the nonsense going on. This one says, there is intelligence indicating, hashtag Russia plans to carry out a false flag chemical attack. A chemical agent that immobilizes civilians against ethnic Russians in hashtag Ukraine. And use it as pretext/justification for nuclear weapons. So Russia's going to stage an attack on their own people inside of their own civilian populated areas so that they can then use fake nuclear weapons against the Ukraine. That's what that one says. This one says Russians find unbelievable here. Russia adds Meta supposedly to its extremist list of agencies. So you're not allowed to use Facebook in Russia, right? That's interesting. I didn't know that, but this is what Reuters is saying. This one is a very interesting one, and we'll go to another song break after this one. Check this out. It says here, Canada, Kanakastania, my home country here, spent $54 million on the Arrive Can app. $54 million on taxpayers' money to create a spying app. And it actually only cost them $175,000 or $255,000. So where did the other $53 million go? Who got paid? Who provided the app? Who authored the expenditure? Who is directly stealing from the Canadian people is what John Smith is asking. And we're asking here at the Rise and Grind too. But let's do a song break. I'm going to see you guys after this.
When I look in the mirror, it's a sign that I'm missing a piece by my side. And all my friends are married, and it feels pretty scary to know I'm alone and alive. When I look to the sky, I can't find a reason, a hope, or a sign. But I'm not done chasing the love I'm embracing, as yours, as ours, as mine. Feelings come, feelings go. Don't get emotional. Feelings come, feelings go. Don't get emotional. Feelings come, feelings go. Don't get emotional. Feelings come, feelings go. You could have my heart if you want it. If you want it, it's on the line. You could have my heart, but you want it. But you want it another line. You could have my heart. You could have my heart. You could have my heart. If you want it. If you want it, it's on the line. You could have my heart. You could have my heart. So alive. The darkness is closing, and I'm stuck here holding pieces that can make me feel fine. Feelings come, feelings go. Don't get emotional. Feelings come, feelings go. Don't get emotional. Feelings come, feelings go. Don't get emotional. Feelings come, feelings go. You could have my heart if you want it. If you want it, it's on the line. You could have my heart, but you want it. But you want it another line. You could have my heart. You could have
You're now tuned into the most censored morning show in the realm, Rise and Grind. And we're back. What a song, the Well Hung Heart remix. Let's get back into some of these here news tabs, and then we'll move on to some more memes, and then we'll go and start our day. So thank you for tuning in. Let's get into this next one. It says, wow. In a hearing, Pfizer actually admits that the cerveza Ebola was never actually tested for preventing transmission of any so-called illnesses. Get jabolded for others, they said. It was an actual lie. There was no evidence to support any of it. Koch's postulate is still unproven. Okay, they still haven't proven that people actually transmit these things because guess what? When you're not well, your body is actually going through a healing process. It is not something that you need to take pills and medicine for, right? That is the anti-way of healing. But yes, this is true. Let's check this out. What is he saying?
If you don't get vaccinated, you're antisocial. This is what the Dutch Prime Minister and Health Minister told us. You don't get vaccinated just for yourself, but also for others. You do it for all of society. That's what I said. Today, this turned out to be complete nonsense. In a COVID hearing in the European Parliament, one of the Pfizer directors just admitted to me, at the time of introduction, the vaccine had never been tested on stopping the transmission of the virus. This removes the entire legal basis for the COVID passport. The COVID passport that led to massive institutional discrimination as people lost access to essential parts of society. I find this to be shocking, even criminal. Please watch the video until the end.
Voor u, mevrouw Small, heb ik de volgende vraag waar ik een duidelijk antwoord op wil. And I will speak in English so there are no misunderstandings. Was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunization before it's entered the market? No.
No. This is the CEO of Pfizer, Jay Small, and she's saying, no, we didn't know.
We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand
the speed of Satanism, she just said.
Taking place in the market.
This is scandalous. Millions of people worldwide felt forced to get vaccinated because of the myth that you do it for others. Now this turned out to be a cheap lie. This should be exposed. Please share this video.
Well, we did. Thank you for bringing this up. Again, let me put this in the chat just in case anybody wants to check that out for themselves. Now you heard it from the Pfizer CEO herself, that they actually never tested to see if any of the prevention methods were actually helping to stop the spread of the said illness. It was all smoke and mirrors, ladies and gentlemen. Lies. Lies and McDonald's fries is all they're going to serve you. Let's turn this up a little bit. Let's move on here. Again, today is Friday, October 14th. The time is now 6:33 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. This next one is interesting. Do you know who Kerry Mullis is? He's gone. He's not with us anymore. As many of these Freemasonic people do disappear off the scene. He is the inventor of the so-called PCR test, who uses dirty magnifications of pictures to try to so-called say that that is some kind of an illness inside your body. But here's him talking about climate change. Let's hear what he has to say.
Now, let's see. I've got about 5 minutes left, right? Okay, I want to tell you, all scientists aren't like that, and there is a lot. There's a lot been going on since Isaac Newton and all that stuff happened. One of the things happened right around World War II, in that same time period before and sure as hell afterwards. Government realized that scientists aren't little strange dudes that hide in ivory towers and do ridiculous things with test tubes. Scientists made World War II as we know it quite possible. I mean, they made
scientists, huh?
Things. They made
Velcro, Tang.
They made drugs to give the pilots if they were broken up in the process. They made all kinds of, they finally one giant bomb to end the whole thing, right? And everybody stepped back a little and said,
here we go.
we ought to invest in this shit. Because whoever has got the most of these people working in the best places is going to have a dominant position, at least in the military, and probably in all kinds of economic ways. And they got involved in it, and the scientific industrial establishment was born. And out of that came a lot of scientists who were in there for the money, you know, because it was suddenly available. And they weren't the curious little boys that like to put frogs up in the air. They were the same people that later went into medical school, you know.
Med school, huh?
Money in it, you know, and later then they all got into business. I mean, there's way
Hippocratic oath.
Your high school person said, you want to be rich, you know, be a scientist, you know, not
be a Satanist.
You want to be rich, you be a businessman. But a lot of people got in it for the money and the power and the travel. It's back when travel was easy, and like those people don't think. They don't always tell you the truth. You know, there is nothing in their contract, in fact, that makes it to their advantage always to tell you the truth.
They don't tell you the truth.
The people I'm talking about are people that, like, they say they're a member of the committee called, say, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and they have these big meetings where they try to figure out how are we going to continually prove that the planet is getting warmer when it's actually contrary to most people's sensations. I mean, if you actually measure,
it's getting colder and it gets hotter as the seasons change. Listen, you can feel climate change every day. If you live in a place where it's cold in the morning and then it gets hot and then it gets cold again, your climate has changed. This happens on a regular basis. So was Kerry an agent working for the Freemasonic Order? Was he one that decided that, hey, I'm not going to do your New World Order nonsense anymore, and they took him out, but not for lunch? I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you. He is no longer with us. He was the one out blowing the whistle, saying that the PCR tests weren't reliable back in the beginning of the Cerveza bug hoax. So if you're tuned in, I don't know if you know Kerry Mullis, but here was him calling out, yes, fake climate change. Let's move on. We've got some more to get to. Let's turn this nice smooth roller on. In the background, this is Time Cop 1983 with a background song called Lost Time. It's a good one. This one says a Christian militia group is claiming to be affiliated with the Vatican, says it's on social media page, and it's planning to assassinate Putin to prevent the war in Ukraine. And yes, this is an older tweet. Someone pointed it out. This is coming out from January 26, 2022. So they haven't assassinated Putin yet. There's a good chance that he's working with the Vatican. Okay, not against it. So this one say 5.3 billion. This is coming in on your climate change news. Cell phones to become waste in 2022. So just everybody buys these phones. That's it. They throw them out. They're garbage now. They have to mine a bunch of nonsense and do a bunch of nonsense, and they make them to be replaceable instead of making a product that could last 5 years, where you'd only need to spend a little bit of money and it lasted. You know, they make them replaceable. They're disposable phones. Everything in reality now, when they figured out that, Marty, just tell them. And when the Ashkenazi figured it out that, if we make everything break, they have to buy it from us again. It's obviously that they put this into play. Back in the 60s and 70s, my grandparents had stuff in my cottage from the 50s and 60s. Toasters, things that still worked, heating elements, products like ovens and washing machines and other things like that, and pumps. Everything that they used to make lasted. They used good steel, they used good iron, they used good computer products, chips and whatever, and it used to last. Anything that they started making beyond the 1980s, right, has been nothing but garbage. Garbage. Here we go. Let's get into this Israeli talk. I'm the only one that wants to talk about it. I'm going to. Why a two-state solution was never actually in the plans or going to work. They're coming out with this article themselves this is coming off the Jerusalem Post. You scroll down here, it says, the two-state solution was never a part of key documents that provided the diplomatic basis of the so-called Arab-Israeli peace process in the past. Right? It's said by who? Benny Gantz, right? Okay. We scroll down here. There's really not much to see. The big problem with ever giving anything to Palestine, you're never going to see them honor the people that lived there before these people came in and occupied it, right? They're never going to give it back because, look, this article goes on to state, it says here, look, it says another problem that the terminology of the two-state solution creates is the expectation that if the Palestinians' grievances are fully addressed and resolved, they don't want to give reparations. They don't want to enable any other people to think that this is their land, right? They're not going to do any of this. When the Rothschilds and the Vatican bought Israel, their plan was to create a homeland for their own satanic people and use the so-called scriptures and the importance of the city of Jerusalem as the key state, the key place, the protected land. You can't talk about anybody in Israel because Vatican set it up. The Vatican actually used the Ashkenazi people, right? Do you want to know who built the roads in and out of and the Belt Initiative road that's taking place right now, linking back from China to Israel to Russia that's being built? It's mostly built. It's the Vatican. It's the Romans that have been doing this all along. You know, we got some more news. We got some more music, too. The real reason that we do the Rise and Grind is mostly just to share music, okay? The rest of this stuff is just what we have to go over so that we can document it together. Hey, let's do another break, okay? I'll see you after this song. This is the only morning show. It's not sponsored. In Too Deep, a Leno remix. What a nice, smooth song to get us going in the morning. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get back to some of the here news. And we're back into the news. Am I going to cover AJ, says Casper. There might be a tweet in here. We did cover that, and we are going to cover that. Don't worry. Home gardening tip, it says here. Buy your seeds with cash while it's still available. It says USDA now asking people to register their vegetable gardens for the national database, huh? Come on now. They want to track how many carrots you're growing. How many tomatoes do you have? It's a good thing I'm not in Canada growing. I would be arrested right now for sure. I'd have way too much vegetables for the government's taste and liking. They would say, Ronnie Shine, cut these gardens down. Can't feed the neighborhood. Here it says Trudeau Liberals spend $1 trillion and all we have to show for it is this, a sad economy. Over 5 years ending 2024, Ottawa is expected to add $1 trillion to the federal debt to what, quote, yes, build back better. But too much of it is scattershot, critics say. $1 trillion. Look at this. Look at them. Elbow fist bumping retardation nonsense here in the morning. Look at this guy's face, huh? You think these people care about you and your family? They don't care. They do not care about any of us. They're just trying to do what the New World Order tells them so that they get paid. Background music's a little bit hot. This next one says 6 days to go. Hold on here, quote, before we take the fight to the WEF. The Great Reset resist here. And here's a message to Klaus. It says, we will resist the Great Reset. Make sure you're all ready, it says, for October 19th. I don't know what's going to happen on the 19th, but we're going to watch. Are they going to fight back? Are they going to take out the WF? There's a really good chance that no, they're not going to take out the WF. These people have like military soldiers around them, right? You'll never see any of the... Oh, next one was a good one too, but guess... It says this page doesn't exist. Try searching for something else. Oh. If it's true, you know what they do? They take it down. The very tense situation, it says this morning. Juliet Curie High, following a new blockade. Look at this nonsense. Oh, that's really loud. Let me get the volume on that. Forgive me for that. Come on now. Look at this. They're shooting fireworks around. Everybody's all scripted and staged. This is supposed to be violent. This is a joke. Well, I guess the riots are going to start again. It's been a while since we had riots. Back in the 2015-2016 time period, when Obama was still in the office, they had nothing but this nonsense riot, not George Soros funded, anti-religious tiny hat nonsense going on. And they're going to bring it back, it looks like. They're going to bring it back. I'm shocked that there hasn't been more of this. They haven't done another George Floyd. There's all kinds of things that I've been waiting for. It's way too quiet. It's way too quiet. This is the only noise that we've seen, huh? This is fake. This guy hiding behind, look at this. He's a real rioter right here in his, what is this, Eddie Bauer jacket? Get the f*** out of here this morning. Breaking report here. Hordes of social media users threatening to leave JP Morgan Chase following the news of satanic Kanye West account closures. So the other mega, which is the highest level of Freemasonry, Church of Satan, highest degree of the Satanism is called mega. All these mega people are with Kanye. Go figure. Kanye West supports Trump, whose slogan is MAGA, which actually means the highest level of the Church of Satan. Highest degree. Go ahead and research it if you think I'm lying. This one says OAN News. Coming out of this network, it says bizarre new phenomena being captured on CCTV around the world of people apparently fighting invisible forces before collapsing into convulsions and dying. What is going on? Is this the zombie apocalypse? Now I got to leave this muted while whoever this is talks here, because she's going to get you kicked off of social media platforms if you play the intro here. I'll put the link in the chat. Let's hear what she has to say now.
Negative side effects resulting from poison.
Oh, okay.
There's a new mysterious illness that's plaguing the world, which is being captured on security cameras. One America's very own Pearson Sharp recently reported on the terrifying new condition. Take a look at what he found.
Now, there are videos emerging of a terrifying new condition that's popping up all over the world. What you're looking at now is footage from security cameras that shows people suffering from the effects of
is this guy on meth or something?
Attack on their bodies.
Oh no, he went down.
Follows the same pattern. the affected person stops what they're doing and looks around as if they hear something, slowly turning their head. Then they start flailing their arms and legs, kicking and thrashing like they're fending off some invisible attacker. This is followed by collapsing on the ground.
Wow, what's going on?
Writhing and twisting in uncontrollable spasms. The incidents of this bizarre and frightening new malady have come out of nowhere, and now it's being captured by CCTVs around the world. Now, to be fair, it's not clear if this vaccine death spiral is linked to the CCP injections.
We're going to find out.
Consider the alarming number of other gruesome side effects from this vaccine. It's not hard to believe. As far as we can tell, this has never been witnessed before.
Wow.
And if that's the case, then we have to consider
this real?
what could be responsible.
I don't know if this is real.
What's
Could be.
the biggest new variable the world has seen in the last 2 years? Well, if you're not a brain-dead member of the branch Covidian Fauci cult, the answer is simple. Nearly 70% of the world has submitted to the COVID injections. That's 5.3 billion people.
Well, oh no.
Whose bodies are now struggling to adapt and overcome.
That's the end of this clip. Yes. From the you know what. That's what we're getting here. You guys want to see something funny? This is what happens when you fight the New World Order. Here, this is me on Google Chrome, right? This is my own channel. Watch. Let's sign in, Ronnie Shine. Let's see what happens. Does this happen for you? Oh, no. What does it say? It says unable to access a Google product. Ugh, made me tongue-tied here. If you've been redirected to this page from a particular product, it means that your access to this product has been suspended. Yes, I can't even use Google products anymore because I do the morning show and fight for truth, okay? And love people and bring brand new music to the table every single week. This is what happens to you. I cannot sign in. I did that live just to show everybody, hey, I thought maybe they would forget, right? Maybe they'd let me join in again so I could use Google Chrome for the YouTube. But nah, look, unable to access the Google. I'm still locked out. The people I love block me. The internet websites that I use block me. It's like, but here we are. We don't give up. We continue to rise. We shine. We do the best that we can. If you're not being blocked and censored, you know, you're absolutely not, you're helping the New World Order, okay? Blocked and censored means you're fighting back. So I just wanted to let people know it doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid. I'm still going to come out here and do what I can. And I just find other products to use. F you, Google, right? I'm going to use Brave. Let's get into another sound break and we'll do some more memes after this. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Watching you come undone, and I know, and tell me something that you need to hear, and kill what's left of this and leave it here. Fall into the arms of what you fear. Hang on. And tell me something that you need to hear. And give what's left of this and leave it here. Fall into the arms of what you fear. And hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Tell me something that you need to hear. And give what's left of this and leave it here. Fall into the arms of what you fear. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Tell me something that you need to hear. And give what's left of this and leave it here.
What a song. Sam Parker and Hang On. What a good tune to get us going this morning. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Rise and Grind on Omar J. Shine. The time is now Friday, October 14th. It is 6:57 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. That's 7:57, about to turn 8 for everybody on the East Coast. So let's get back into some of these here memes. This one says it's very important to get into understanding. Okay. This one says, let me just make sure everything's working properly. This one says drugs actually block our biochemistry to reduce the so-called symptoms. Yet vegetables actually restore our biochemistry to create health. Right? So what you need to understand is that the vegetables were put here on this earth to help us be healthy. And we need to add them to our diet with our proper saturated fats and proteins. Leaner if you want to lose weight. And if you want to gain weight, if you're underweight, a little bit more fatty. That's the way to do it. These are simple products that you can get. Now, when at the grocery store, if you look for the 9s on the SKU, it's going to be non-GMO'd. Anything with a 5, 4, or anything other than a 9 is going to be a little bit more dirty. But yes, we can still eat it too. But I strongly recommend that you try to buy the vegetables with the 9 on the SKU code. Thank you for tuning in this morning. I'm really thankful that I get to share this information with you guys. It's the most important thing I could possibly do. This one is so important from Rummy. It says, quote, "This place is a dream. Only a sleeper considers it real. The death comes like dawn, and you wake up laughing at what you thought was your grief," end quote. It's so true. Everybody just needs to relax. Calm down, take a chill out, sit under the trees and breathe and relax. If you're stressed out, if you're like, oh no, the New World Order, if all the truth is getting you down, you're scared about your kids and the future and everything else, just relax, okay? This place is but a dream. You're here to learn. Just relax, okay? You got this. This next one says, if we divide 125 genders by 3 bathrooms, how much climate change do we have? None. Just like anything else that y'all are doing in your stupid nonsense New World Order. But the truth is, the greatest medicine of all is actually to teach people how not to need it. That's what we've been trying to do here for the last almost, I guess it's been like 6-8 months here on the Rise and Grind. We've been so steady. I'm so thankful and humble. This small but super powerful team, we just don't give up. We get up, we fight, we do what we have to. We don't make excuses. We do what needs to be done. And we want to teach you through exercise, healthy fresh air and sunlight, through a healthy balanced diet of vegetables and good proteins, especially cold water fish, things like peanuts, other types of nuts, arugula, salads, these types of things, turning our bodies back into the healthy engines that they are. Right? And moving away from all the pharmaceuticals and all the New World Order nonsense. That's what we've been doing here. You know, exercising, walking, getting fresh air, sunbathing, forest bathing. These are things that we need to do. This is how we don't need so-called pharmaceuticals. That's the goal here, and we're going to continue to do it. This one says, the FBI is orchestrating plots and riots and massacres in an actual attempt to justify the nullification of, yes, your constitutional right. Okay, so anyone who comes in and says, I believe in just the constitutional rights, listen, these constitutional rights were put in place so that they could take them away from you. As soon as they got you to believe that they had power over you, we were already done. So when they made the Constitution, they had in plan that they were going to make people believe in it and then take it away. And that's all they've done. And yes, the FBI is not pretending to raid Mar-a-Lago, right? Because Trump is a bad man. How could Trump become president of the country? And then 2 years later, now he's going to jail because he's a bad man. It's nonsense. This is what they do. Bibi Netanyahu did it in Israel. He was under arrest for 5 years now. They're going to go and arrest Bibi. Nothing ever happens. This is how they stay in the news. And yes, they use the FBI, the CIA. They use everything. CSIS. They use the M16. They use all the different things. They use everything against us, the Six Eyes, as an attempt to take away our freedom. Not constitutional rights, our creator-given freedom to move, to love, to live, to choose what we want to eat, to have exercise. That's what they're taking away from us. Not our constitution. Throw your constitution in the garbage. I follow the laws of the living creator. Moving on here. Anyone who bought into the so-called asymptomatic transmission myth, you will also believe that the digital IDs being introduced are for your own benefit and convenience. It's going to make everything easy. You won't have to use a key anymore, right? Doors will just unlock for you. This one says, please wake up. The digital identity is coming for you. Listen, our bodies emit electromagnetic energy in a very strong fashion. And it's been shown that they've studied that through the tops of our heads, the most amount of white light and electromagnetic energy is found. We project this already. We don't need chips. If they just harnessed this technology, everything would just open. You wouldn't need a passport. You wouldn't need a password safety for anything. I'm trying to get this out as easy as possible, but no, they're going to tell you that you need to be chipped and you got to go on the CBDCs. And we got to continue to call this out and say, no, we don't stand with this. And we call out in the spiritual realm to the higher authorities of life and creation that we don't accept this digital identity. We don't want to be chipped, tracked, and traced. We want to be free. And we do not comply. The fall is beautiful. And did you know that there's an actual term created for when rain falls and it has that smell on the ground? Do you know what I'm talking about? I wonder if you do. See if someone can put that in the comment section below. This one says, when we least expect it, help can appear. It may be a kind word from a stranger or a phone call at just the right time. And we suddenly are surrounded by the love and grace of Yahawah. Because miracles happen every day. You know why? Because angels are everywhere amongst us and they don't even know it. What if I told you that all of this, see what they're doing here, was engineered to condition the people to accept this? It's true. This is absolutely the goal. Agenda 2030. They got so many agendas. Agenda today, agenda tomorrow. They're just agenda. That's all they do. That's all Azazel can do. Stop creation, create divisions, and drive people into a totalitarian, tyrannical system that takes away all of our freedoms. That's where we're headed unless something supernatural intervenes. But we're going to fight back as long as we can here. This is super important, everybody. If you're not going through these 3 gates before you let words pass through you, you are failing. Okay, it says, before you speak, let your words pass through these 3 gates. Is it true? Is it necessary? And last but not least, is it kind? Like your words, your actions are powerful. You can build people up and you can break them down. You can comfort and support, or you can abuse and attack. Every thought, every word, and every action that you take creates reactions. Programs run. This is a simulation, for the lack of a better word, that we're in. And when we make choices, programs then run. That's it. So choose good ones. Is it true what you're about to say? Don't lie. We're the no-lie team here. Is it necessary? Am I wasting my time and yours? I don't want to waste anyone's time on the other side of the screen. If I spend time on somebody, it's because I care about them and I want them to spend time with me too. I don't waste it. It's precious to me, your time. And are you speaking kind words? Are you building people up? This one says, I want the truth. Zucky Boy here says, the truth violates community standards. It's not kosher. I guess Mark's going to be in the UFC soon, right? Or he's fighting somebody. We'll have to watch about that. His Krav Maga. They'll probably fix it so he wins, too. Okay, Mr. Zuckerberg. Oh, you probably would never go against me in the cage because I'm a heavyweight. You're like a woman weight. So obviously you're not going to come and go against me. Because I challenge you, Mark. I challenge you to a UFC. We can follow all the regular rules. No 12-6 elbows. We'll do everything all the right way. I won't cave in your rib cage with my carpet-kicking knees. I'll be gentle. I'll just take it easy. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to grind you into a pulp for all the disinformation, for all the blocking, for all the censoring. You took down my Facebook with my memories with my daughter. You took down. Well, sorry. You've locked me out of it for my own protection and everyone else's, right? You're going to pay. Maybe not today, Mark, but soon enough, you are going to pay. Moving on here. Did you know that gardening is medicine? It doesn't need a prescription. And there's no limit on how much you can take of it. Except if you live in Kanakastania and it snows. You can't. But you can garden indoors. You can grow inside. Please, get your hands in the dirt this fall. Turn it around, mix it up. Let the dirt get on your hands and let it be a part of you. This is medicine. Getting your hands dirty in the dirt. Get it under your fingernails. You're going to thank me for it later. We're going to have to switch up this music because we got some actually interesting stuff here coming up now instead of just the spirituality stuff. This one says, don't worry. One day NASA will invent CGI cartoons of this bullshit, said the man in the tiny hat. And don't worry, YouTube, I censored out the hate image here, so you can't take me down. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, TikTok is absolutely disgusting and destroying society. I got a bone to pick with TikTok right now. Not only that, but they censor you. I'm already so censored. If I post any truth to TikTok, my TikTok won't work anymore, so I'm just going to leave it. It says here, in the past few years, TikTok has given society the opportunity to further showcase how absolutely disgustingly morally deprived it has always been. While there can be good content, there is some good content and normal creators on the app. It says here, there's no question the app is full of trash that doesn't compare to the other social media sites. As we live in a society of absolute narcissism, right? If you haven't noticed that, it's rampant, right? Just rampant. And it's the social media sites that are creating and abetting and creating the narcissism and attention seekers. TikTok is full of I gotta calm down. TikTok, I'm mad about this. It's full of meaningless content, useless entertainment, effortless talent, and mental illness frequently goes viral. Okay. This is a problem. This is how they do their highest level mind control. And the way that the platform is set up to just continue to roll through clips, it absolutely is super, super mind controlling your subconscious here. It says, thus it rewards moral decay, harmful trends, and further encourages youth to participate in its toxic community. This is where they're going too far, targeting minors, right? It also is a soft porn site, as yes, sexual dances, songs, and themes are promoted. And an artist who takes a year, it says, someone that takes a year to paint the most beautiful picture may get maybe 200 likes, it says, while a teenage girl dancing half nude will get 1 million likes. It's disgusting. Lastly, TikTok is damaging to the attention span and mental health. Listen, the Rise and Grind podcast could not be done in 3 minutes. That's a joke. I can't teach or share anything in 3 minutes. But what I can do is lie to you and get out the door real quick. Moving on, there's more here on TikTok. TikTok lunacy. The app is a plague on society, and it has to be stopped. Well, I mean, let the plague go on, but just be careful if you're on it. Watch everything that you're seeing and be careful. It says here, 1, rampant narcissism. 2, reward sexual filth and nudity. What happened to people actually considering their bodies sacred? That's gone. Your fever, your cough, your pathogenic inflammation and sneezing, no appetite, diarrhea, runny nose, or vomiting. It's actually your body fighting contamination. Suppressing those. Defer it to a latter time in a deeper layer. So when you try to stop these things from happening, all you're doing is making things worse. These are natural processes that you're supposed to allow the body to do its course. You don't add anything to it. We used to think you needed pharmaceuticals, but it's not true. You don't. You don't need pharmaceuticals. You need to let your body, don't eat some water and some fresh air, right? For all of these things. I wish people could wake up. Look at this one here. It says here, I don't understand people who say, quote, marijuana is poison, end quote, and then go and feed this to their kids while on their way to pick up their pharmaceuticals. This is the realm we live in today. This is not food. These are not healing medicines. These are poisons. And we gotta change it. It's gotta go. It's all gotta go. This one says, I am therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth. It's coming out of Galatians 4:16, and it's true. How many people we got tuned in right now? 7 people. Good morning to each and every one. Oh, it went down to 5. I blinked, it went to 5. Good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in and having a greater attention span than 2 or 3 minutes. You mean a lot to me. You have no idea. This says, fragrance is everywhere. Get all of these products out of your fucking house right now. Throw them in the garbage. I think we might actually be using Glade trash bags with a scent on them. No more. These are going in the garbage. I'm going to throw the garbage Glad bags into the garbage. All of this stuff. All of it. It's toxic poison. It says a single fragrance can consist of 100. To get one fake smell, they put 100 chemicals, including those linked to, you know what that word is, infertility, birth defects, asthma, and yes, allergies. These chemicals are rarely disclosed by manufacturers, regardless of the potential health impacts and ingredients that they may present. It's gross. All this stuff, this hand soap, I don't, maybe I have this hand soap. Oh man, I can't even believe it. They're putting it in the diapers? What is this? No, it's not a diaper. Never mind. Moving on. Check out this fall picture. I would like to sit on this bench with you guys. We don't have to always talk about this New World Order stuff. We could just chill and watch the falling leaves. They're beautiful. They tell a story too, the falling leaves, if you know how to read them. Back to World War III. Here we got Zelensky on the clip that we were watching today, that he was supposedly in the town square while it was being bombed, next to the bar that the kids were still partying at from the night before. Viva la Ukraine, send us your money. Here he is in front of the green room this is how they digitally create you. You go into one of these rooms. This is a cheap one though. Really cheap. A good one has a totally different concept set up. But they film you from all these angles. They have you say a bunch of words, and then they've got you in their digital computer. They can recreate you, make you say anything you want. They can do anything. They can project you into any scene. That's World War III today. It's all done on green screens. It's all fake. How about that? I think we should calm down here. I'm on way too much of a roll this morning. I really don't even know where the energy comes from. I have to be honest with you guys. I have no idea. I just wake up, I have this prepared, and we go. And I'm not perfect. I make many mistakes. But I'm here because I care. So they somehow managed to demonize coughs, sniffles, and having no symptoms at all. But yep, they normalized strokes, blood clots, neurological disorders, and yeah, quote, died suddenly, end quote. How about that? You know, this is the realm we live in now. That people actually believe that all these things are real and that these things are not. It's normal for kids to just die suddenly. Come on. 35-year-old athletes, Olympians. Yeah, they just died suddenly. It's normal. It's normal. Let's put ventilators and respirators, or I can't even remember the name. Let's put them on the street corners. Here it says, to connect to a so-called, quote, smart grid, devices have to be smart. At the bottom it says, people have to be stupid. Smart devices are just tracing and tracking technologies. And they call it smart because it's smart for them to track you so that they can make more money, more shekels. That's all it's about. And obviously the control of your mind. That's what it's been about for a long, long time. This one says the tyrants don't create the tyranny or tyranny. Your obedience does. Are you intelligently disobeying? Or are you just following along with the New World Order agendas? Are you standing up? Are you saying, I don't comply? Are you taking your power and freedom back? What are you doing with your words and your thoughts? Are you using them to create a loving, kind, truthful reality and sometimes painful words that have to be spoken? Or are you just following along? Are you putting a mask on still? Are you taking any pharmaceuticals? Some people, I know you might need them. I understand. But are you at least trying to better yourself and do everything that they don't want you to do in the New World Order? If you're not, really, you need to start today. Okay? You can do anything. You're so powerful. Your mind, your thoughts, your actions just continue to evolve. It says here, encouraging someone to be completely themselves is the loudest way to love them. Are you encouraging those you love to be themselves? Are you helping them? These are just things to think about this weekend. And I just wanted to say thank you. Just wanted you to know that I am so proud of you. Each and every one of you out there that sacrifice, especially for the youth, especially today in this age. My heart goes out to each one of you. Fathers, mothers, uncles, aunts, friends, whoever you are. If you're down, if you're tired and you got a little one around you, I just want to send you all my love and energy that you can continue to give them what they need. Because the future is theirs. It's not ours. It's not ours. We're having our time, but theirs is what's important. So continue to just give and you will get your battery bank charged back up again. I promise. Let's keep going here. This is a good one too. Religion versus spirituality. It says religion is believing someone else's experience, while spirituality is having your own. Are you having a spiritual experience here? Things to think about. This one says transcend. Let the version of yourself that you were teach you. Let the version of yourself that you are currently comfort you. Let the version of yourself that you are becoming inspire you. You are the version that you need and needed to be in every phase of your journey. Please do these things. It is our own mental attitude which makes the world what it is for us. Our thoughts make things beautiful or ugly, not our eyes. The whole world is in our minds. Learn to see things just as they are. Learn to see souls instead of bodies by using your intuition instead of your eyes. This weekend, and for the rest of your life and your existence, do these things. We fall, we rise, we make mistakes, we learn, and we live. We're humans. We're not perfect. We've been hurt, but we're alive. Think of what a precious privilege it is to be here, to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, and to chase the things that we love. Sometimes there is a sadness, though, in our journey, but there is also lots of beauty. We must keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when we are so hurt. For we will never know what is waiting for us just around the bend. Accept, love, and keep moving. And do what makes your soul shine. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's Friday, October 14th. The time is 7:12 a.m. in the Central Standard. That's 7:22 in the Central Standard Time. That's 8:22 for everyone on the East Coast. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I don't know if they're going to take this down. I'll try to download it. I only screen recorded half. I forgot to hit screen record. I need to make a new flight checklist for the podcast to make sure I have everything covered. But thank you for tuning in. Huge thanks to my teammates, especially the Estonian team, for everything that you do. Every podcast is me and you. Thank you to the Wake Souls channel, who's working on a new video about pressure. And we're going to have probably a podcast coming up. If you watch his channel for updates, maybe Sunday, but most likely for sure Wednesday on the 8th day of Tabernacles, the Great Assembly Day. We're going to be back live then. So go on, everybody. Have a good weekend. Love those who you love and do what makes your soul sing. Okay? Do what makes you shine. I miss you guys, and I'll see you next week too. Don't worry. We'll be back. Even if we have to make 1,000 new channels, we will never stop. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. You're now tuned into the most censored morning show in the realm, Rise and Grind.